Today, we're diving into the Gospel of Luke, chapter 11, verses 5 to 8, to explore the parable of the persistent friend. As we open Luke 11, we find Jesus sharing a parable about prayer, using a scenario that many can relate to, the unexpected arrival of a friend in need. It's a story that teaches us about the power of persistence in our conversations with God. In a small village, a man's hospitality was put to the test. It was late when a friend arrived on his doorstep, tired from a long journey. The host, despite his friendship, found himself in a dilemma. His pantry was bare. The unexpected guest has no food, and the host, eager to show hospitality, goes to his neighbor's house to borrow some bread. Initially, the neighbor, reluctant to disturb his family's peace, responded from within, "Don't bother me. The door is already locked, and my children and I are in bed. I can't get up and give you anything." Yet, the persistent knocking and pleading continued. Finally, moved not necessarily by friendship, but by the sheer persistence and boldness of the man at the door, the friend inside rose and gave him the 3 loaves of bread. In verse 9 and 10, Jesus says to us, "So I say to you, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you. For everyone who asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks, the door will be opened." Jesus shared this parable to emphasize the power of persistence in prayer. He encouraged his followers to approach God with a similar tenacity, trusting that the Father, who delights in providing for his children, responds to persistent and heartfelt requests. How does this parable resonate with our lives? It prompts us to examine our prayer lives. Are we persistent in seeking God? Do we trust in His willingness to provide and respond to our needs, even when our requests may seem inconvenient or untimely? The parable of the persistent friend teaches us about the nature of prayer and the importance of persistence in seeking God's provision and guidance. It reassures believers that God, who is infinitely more gracious than a reluctant friend, encourages persistent prayer and is eager to respond to the genuine needs of His children. Through this parable, Jesus invites us to approach God with confidence, knowing that our Heavenly Father welcomes our persistent cries for help and sustenance. As we close the pages of Luke 11, may the parable of the persistent friend inspire us to approach God with persistence and confidence in our prayers. Thank you for joining me for today's devotional. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until tomorrow, take care and God bless.